Hey guys, it's been a heck of a week and there's some really good videos coming up here, but I lost a video. And so several times in this video, I reference a video where say I went to Goodwill and I bought 4 things and they all sold within 24 hours for big profits. That would have been a fantastic video. It's gone. You can't see it. I can't find it. And we're over it. Anyway, I got some big sales on this video, and then we're going to go to Goodwill and find some more good stuff. Thanks for watching. Let's get into it. Whoo, you guys are going to get tired of me. I'm selling a ton, so I'm making a ton of videos. Thanks for coming in to watch. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller and a stay-at-home dad for my 6 children. And we're going gangbusters. It's pretty nuts. It's been real fun for the last 2 weeks at least. Wrangler, Western, Pearl Snap, not crazy pattern, but like patterny enough to not just be super standard. I picked this up. It was either 50 cents or $1 at this garage sale that was in an airplane hangar for a crop duster. And I got a handful of these, and it was probably a year ago, and this is the last one to sell. I had it listed for like 22, and a guy came in with a $15 offer, and I came back at 19, and he came back at $16.50, and I'm like, you know what, this has been sitting around for a year. I don't love selling it that cheap. I feel like it's worth more, but also my job is to take money for it that is profit. My job is not to determine whether or not it's worth a whole bunch of money. So determining whether or not it's worth a whole bunch of money is what I did when I bought it. And it sells for what it sells for. This, you literally may have seen me buy this on this video. I bought this less than 12 hours ago and said I wasn't gonna buy it because it didn't have a sell-through rate that I liked. Well, it sold in 12 hours. And it worked a minute ago. It is not working now. Here is how you make it work. You crank it up.
Today.
And it works.
Do this when you Angie that.
How crazy is that thing?
Comforting my family is...
If you're the same age as me, then you remember, you can see it like moving to create power as you crank it. You remember flashlights like this, and those tend to not work anymore, but this one works. I imagine it's probably be real good for people in North Carolina and Florida right now dealing with power outages, being able to get some kind of emergency weather radio and stuff. But this, I paid $6 for this morning. It sold for $32 free shipping just now. The sell-through rate was about 50%, and some of them were selling really high in the box, but I listed mine right at the same as the lowest one available and figured it would probably take a month to sell. It didn't take 12 hours. This is a huge lot of country cassettes. Reba McEntire, George Strait, George Jones, Bread, which is kind of a light southern rock band, but they're more country than the other stuff that I've been selling. Alan Jackson, Alabama. But what is in here is a cassette by the Outlaws, and Chris Christopherson died yesterday, so I'm assuming that's why this sold. $19 for 20 cassettes. I have virtually nothing into these, and most of the time I don't even try to sell country cassettes, so getting $19 free shipping for 20 cassettes that I'm maybe $3 or $4 into, maybe, but probably not. That suits me just fine. Lighters. A collection of lighters that I got off of High Bid Auction quite a while ago, and one of them was a really nice Zippo, and it sold for $28. I paid $30 for all of them, and I thought that this collection, I thought when I lotted these up they would go reasonably well, but that's been a long time ago that these were listed, and they July 24th. Now so they had long enough that they ended and sold similar. So just a bunch of older lighters, Ronson and stuff, not Zippos. The Zippo I pulled out and sold separately. Sold for $22 plus shipping. Not as well as I had hoped to do on that. Speaking of things I bought today, this VCR, I bought 4 in a row that didn't work. And then this one I paid $3 for, brought it home, and it worked. And it sold immediately for $39 free shipping. I paid $3 for it today. So I'm like I'm $9 into these two things that I purchased today, and they sold for $40 and $32. So that's $72. I'll probably make $40 at least off of that 72, and have so if I'm making 40 and I'm only $9 in. The second of this is the third, because the other one that sold, selling out of that lot. This is the Les Paul Standard vintage t-shirt, $24 plus shipping. I had it listed at $29, and I had sent out a best offer that was 24 and change, whatever, probably 12% off was. And then this person sent me a message and said, would you take 24 for it? But they weren't the person I sent a message to. And I'm like, yeah, I will. So I sent them an offer for 24, and they paid right away. So, and I can't stress enough, I'm only $50 into this stuff. I sold a shirt for $100 already. That one's $25. This is going to be a real lucrative deal. These three. This is a creeper, and it blows up. This is a cow, and an ocelot. And these are plushes that the boys had from Minecraft, and they wanted to get some plush. And I was like, if I buy you that plush, you're going to have to trade me something out of your store, out of your toys, to list, because for this, what I would list that thing for. Because I was just sick of them leaving their toys all over the place, and if they wanted to get something new, they had to get rid of something old, and that was how I determined to do it. And those sold for $12 free shipping. So whatever it was that I traded them for, it was probably way better than those pieces of crap. And where I was born lived a man who sailed to sea, and he told us of his life. I'm not dropping it. I'm not going to drop it. Huge yellow submarine lava lamp. I bought that on Saturday. I listed it on Sunday, and it sold for $200 free shipping on Monday. Paid $10 for it. That yard sale is going to end up being one of the most lucrative yard sales that I've ever gone to. This is also from there. 2XL Fender. It's a picture of an amplifier, kind of an AOP, with the sleeves sewn on. Not a hugely valuable shirt. $15 plus shipping, and this one's going international. $15.99 plus shipping, and it's going international. Now, if you've been with the channel a long time, you may remember, maybe you don't, I paid $11 a piece for these clips, vintage speakers, and I am not going to try to sell them to somebody. I almost didn't buy them knowing that they were worth a fortune, because I'm like, I'm not going to try to sell them Facebook Marketplace to some audiophile who's going to tell me that they don't sound right and try to knock me down. And I'm not going to ship these giant boxes. So I elected to take them apart. Even though they were $600 speakers in fantastic condition, I'm not going to... I elected to pull them apart and sell pieces. So there's 4 regular speakers. There's 2 of these things called passive radiators. It looks like a speaker, but it doesn't have a magnet on the back of it. And then there were 2 horns, and then the crossovers. And so all the pieces I pulled out and listed. And this one, so this is one of a thing I have 4 of. This sold for $70, free shipping. And so this is a clip K8K. And then all of them say 8647 and just the name of the company. And these are really high-end speakers from 1984. That was incredible. That was fun. A good pickup. I wish that I had the knowledge, time, patience to just say, somebody buy these for approximately what they're worth. But that if I even selling them on Facebook Marketplace, it's not helping grow my eBay business. And so, like, I don't mind doing that some, but I felt like this was the better play. These are pieces out of, I bought 2 Ninja mixers, and they came with 2 different sets of like these, and then 3 that are black that are a different shape. They came with 2 different buckets. They came with the motor, and I spent like $50 on both of them. And then Judah decided to keep one blender, so then I'm half of my value down, but I'm still making money. $17 free shipping for these pieces, and I think we're into the profit just selling off the mixer buckets. Paid $3 for this. There were none listed like it. There were a handful of these. This is Cirque du Soleil. There was a handful of these Circe Hats listed, but not this one. Not any I felt like were this elaborate, but the sell-through rate was abysmal. So I listed it at $12.99 free plus shipping, and it did sell. It probably took it 3 or 4 months to sell, and it's a cool piece, and it didn't hurt anything sitting in a box for a while. And Screaming for Vengeance, Judas Priest. So I guess Dan's not going to get this one. Or the other one. I think the other one that he wanted was already sold too. Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance on vinyl. Got a whole bunch of really good records from a friend of mine who does house cleanouts, Iron Maiden, Motley Crue. This was the only Priest one. And we're working. There was a handful that I didn't list because they just weren't in good enough shape. This one sold for $23 free shipping. And it's in good enough shape that I don't think the guy getting it's going to complain. Yeah, and then that's it. That's all she wrote. So this I'm going to take extra care to ship really gingerly. It'll probably end up each piece boxed, bubble wrapped, and then each piece individually boxed, and then all of those boxes in some kind of padding in a big box. I really want to make sure that gets there in one piece. It's a really cool, special thing, and I like it. So that's my 14 things for $664.13 that we sold tonight. So I'd definitely say that our last venture to this Goodwill, which was yesterday, was an unabashed success. We had a bunch of stuff sell overnight, and we only spent $25, and we sold almost $100 worth of stuff. So let's check it out again today. Well, this looks like an interesting bunch, but I just see a price tag on them. So they're $2 a piece. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But that's only... Oh, there's 2 4s. I'm like, it doesn't make sense that there's 5 of them there. So these are $2 a piece. They're Harry Potter years 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then this is 1 through 19, and they are all there. But at 50 cents a piece, I'm still $9 into these. There are 3 or 4 listed. There's only 1 sold, and it sold for like $45. But with the other ones listed, and they're all listed fairly high, I just don't want to be $9 into a bunch of books that are going to sit around for a year and a half. So I think I'm going to skip those, even though they probably would be a profitable pickup. I found a pretty good money board game the last couple of times I've been here. 2 of the last 3, maybe, times that I've been here. So I was kind of looking at those. This is a very mid-century modern design for a chair, but I suspect it's like either IKEA or some kind of modern rendering. Let's turn it over and find out. Well, it has a giant nameplate on it that I've never seen before, and it is hidden fastener for the most part. Well, maybe not so much. Let's look at this name brand and see what we find out. I doubt it's worth anything, but it is cool. So they're sold at Ashley furniture stores, so they're like not garbage, but they're not high end either. At $5 a piece, it'd probably be a decent marketplace flip, except you'd have to repaint the seats, and I'm not trying to be about that life. Okay, so I've been trying to research this game, and it doesn't exist as far as I can tell, and it's $2, and it's 70s at Sesame Street. So I'm not going to waste any more time trying to figure out what it is. I'm just going to take it home and assume that it's worth some money, because there are none listed, there are none on eBay, there are none on Terapeak. So we'll figure it out. But nothing in the small appliances except this Pizzazz, which is a fantastic little thing. If you don't own one of these, it's really good for reheating like anything. Heating, like frozen pizzas are better on this. Chicken nuggets, French fries, that kind of stuff. But it's supposed to have a platter. This platter is missing. At $5, it would probably be a pickup. I'm gonna go look over with the other kitchen stuff and see if it's sitting over there. Hats can really be all over the place today. They're $2.99. I really like this offset thread, off color thread on this one. The Caterpillar one is new with tag, and I think it's only $1.99. And then this Iowa one has that really big standout embroidery Nike dry fit for $3. I think they're probably, all of them are $17.99 or so. Something with cross appeal, like a bolt action spatula. That's pretty cool for $2.99. We'll see if it's worth anything. So these 2 lamps are vintage IKEA, and because now they have modern plugs for their American stuff, this is kind of a retrofit plug. And they're $2.49 a piece, and I feel like a pair of them. I'm gonna do some research, but I feel like that's probably a good get at $5 for the pair. So yeah, there are 50 listed and 44 sold, and they sell for between $20 and $35. So the pair is probably $50. Is this another Lonnie and Candace found them and then I found them story? Let's see what these are. So there's 5 listed, there's only 1 sold, but there's no market for these below $30. So if I did, even if I mean, I'm $10 into the whole stack. If I did $60 for all of them, that's like buy one, get one free for somebody who wants them. And I'm making plenty of money, way below the market, so they should sell fast. How about Bose speakers on this cart they just brought out for $3? Companion 2 Series 2. So this one has the link cable coming out of it that connects there. This one's supposed to have a power cable and it's not there. I don't know. I mean, it's AC 1.2 amp 12 volt. Okay, so we got some golf clubs here that weren't here the other day, and they're interesting looking. So I'm gonna put them in my cart and see what's here. Let's start with the price, $2. So these kind of turn out to be nothing. These, both the 2 together, sold for $60 recently, and they have over 100% sell-through rate. So I'm gonna sell them together, but I'm gonna be into them for $4. So that was a reasonably successful venture. I went and got the kids, say hi to Asher. We got a couple of CDs after the phone died, but pretty good haul at the old Goodwill, I think. Probably not as good as yesterday, because yesterday everything sold in 24 hours. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. Thanks for following and clicking the bell. Say we'll see you on the next one.